Hello tribe, welcome back to my channel. Let's check in. What are the energies like next week and a half, whenever you come across this video. In case you feel like there is more to the story for the next week and a half, there is a playlist on my YouTube channel that's dedicated to 7 to 10 days from now. There is a reason why I do not put any time. I don't set any time for these readings. Whenever you come across it, is for you to watch. So pile number 1 on your left, 2 middle, 3 on your right. If you need some more time, stop the video right here and I'll catch you in timestamps. Hey group 1, let's see what is up with you next week and a half. By the way, I'm currently open for mini readings. If you're new here, I do this once a month. It's a quick reading, one question, $21.21, and I still have, I believe, 7 of them available on my website, and I will close in the coming days or whenever I'm fully booked. I have 15 slots available. Let's go. Group number 1. What is going on with you next week and a half? Let me tune in. Someone is being called to step up their game. And it seems very spiritual to me here and also emotional, but these two go hand in hand. If you are looking to release, or if you were feeling overburdened emotionally next week and a half, it feels like you are releasing the excess energy that's not part of you, energy that you want to cleanse. A lot of people might want to do cleansing, and you're gonna be very observant and very analytical when it comes to your future paths. It seems like you kind of analyzing, what is my next step? What should I choose? Should I choose this cup? Should I choose that cup? And you're on the verge of transformation here. And I'm not talking energetic only, I'm talking physical. You may expect changes happening in your life because it seems like a new chapter is opening up. You're still on the verge, but it will soon open up. So let's check in, let's see. I'm gonna put this card right over here and we're gonna continue with the gold foil tarot in case anyone will be asking. Group number 1. You may feel a bit indecisive if your energy is all over the place, so grounding would be a good way to go, that you can refocus. I would say pile number 1, if you'll feel floaty, stay away from too many spiritual talks or focusing on your spirituality, not what around you, because that's gonna make you feel even more floaty and ungrounded, okay? I'd also avoid, if you've been watching too many tarot readings, I would avoid doing that too, because it feels like you can't focus then, because you're listening to all of these messages, access, right? Too many messages, and then you get confused. So the moment you start feeling confused that, hey, I don't know this, one reading says one thing, so I'm getting comfortable. Another reading says another thing, it's already your sign to stop it, okay? Focus on what's right in front of you. You have the 5 of Pentacles. You have 7 of Cups twice here. Decisions next week and a half. Let's get clarifying. Seven of Pentacles. Chariot. And Queen of Cups. Yeah, you're very intuitive. You may get various downloads, signs next week and a half. Make sure you don't get lost in them, and refocus on what's around you, so that you will be able to see the signs that are actually there. The more you look around, the more you see. That's what kind of energy I'm seeing. If you're thinking of a blue car, you're gonna see blue cars everywhere, okay? So maybe some of you have experienced that in the past already. Now, your focus is on your sense of stability and security, I'm seeing here. Because recently, with the Tower card, either you've experienced this or you will be experiencing this. It feels like maybe a rug was pulled underneath your feet and you didn't feel safe or you don't feel safe, especially when we're talking about finances here. This could be emotional too. Maybe you lost a contract or you feel like you don't have as strong of a contract with a person or business as you had before, and therefore you're thinking about your success, your recognition, and your reputation. Next week, we're gonna have you making decisions based on that. You're taking your time. You're not jumping to conclusions. You're taking your time to analyze everything. You want to see if you invested your time in this, would this bring me some sort of abundance? And you're ready to move forward, it seems like here. You're ready to come out of some sort of state of lack. Would it be emotional lack, relationship-wise, right? You're not getting enough, or you're not being received or seen. Or the same would go for work. You're not getting enough, you're not being paid enough, or maybe you don't have a job and you want to find one. With the Chariot, I feel like this is a good indication that you're moving forward. Let's see a little bit more. Two of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, your fortune is turning. So you're starting a new chapter, a more abundant chapter, especially when it comes to connections. Would it be business or romantic connections? The wheel is turning, and I feel like with the Four of Cups on top of the Queen of Cups, you're going to decide to pull your love or pull your dedication or energy from one particular situation. You're like, you know what, I thought about it, I don't feel like I want to accept this anymore. I don't feel like it's for me, or maybe some other reason. Okay, let's focus on relationship only for now, and then we're gonna split. We're gonna look at work. What about your relationships next week? We're gonna have. You have the Two of Wands. You have the Hierophant. You're looking for a stronger contract, relationship-wise. Yes, definitely. You're like, listen, when is love coming? Or the existing love, if you have a partner right now, how can we make it stronger? And it feels like you are planning, or you're visualizing, or you might be thinking about what you want it to be like. With the Seven of Cups twice, I'd say those who have a crush, and if it's not a reciprocated love, or the person is not giving you enough attention, you see that they're uninterested, make sure that you don't create scenarios in your head that are not necessarily true, because Seven of Cups tends to be a card of illusion, okay? So that's why I kept telling you, look at what's around you, where you're getting attention from, what is happening, what you cherish, and people who love you, and what is the reality. Okay, for those who are in couples, it feels like you're going to be planning something in order to make your connection stronger. Could be like a getaway, a trip, or just deepening of an existing connection in some way. Any advice when it comes to relationships? Any advice when it comes to relationships? You have the Death. Whatever wants to die, let it die. Would it be an older version of self? What you used to accept, who you used to be, but you don't want to carry on like that anymore? Or if you've been holding on to one particular person and you see it's not happening, and you know that probably intuitively it's not going to happen, give it a break, give it a rest, leave it, allow it to transform. Okay? Anything else advice-wise? Invest your time and energy into things that make you feel passionate, as well as people. Who makes you feel passionate? Who triggers that passion within you? Some of you who are married, you'll want to explore something new in the bedroom. I'm picking up here. Let's peek into work. What's happening work-wise, career-wise? What's happening work-wise, career-wise? Yeah, you're searching for yourself. You may be thinking that, hey, things are on a standstill. I need some time to do some soul searching. And you would be right, because it feels like some of you are not in the right place. You feel like you're not in the right shoes. And you may need some time to figure out what are better steps for more recognition, for more financial gain. Changes in your workplace, especially changes. If you don't see it happening just yet, expect it within the next month or two maximum. Especially if you felt like you were a little bit lost and you felt like, hey, I don't know, like Three of Swords reversed, the Nine of Cups. It's like, that's not what I love. And I know deep down that I want to seek for more, but maybe I'm afraid. Let me take some time to look for best way, best approach. Yeah, for some of you, your team, your colleagues, or your boss is stressing you out, or the team that you are in, you're not very happy about. Some of you may be lacking some sort of support. And that's why you're very much in your head. Maybe you can't sleep, you're anxious, and you're looking for new ideas. And that idea will come through. Give yourself some time to self-reflect, to figure out what you want to do next, okay? So if you need extra content, find me on Patreon. Thank you for spending some time with me here today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hey, group number 2. Before I start, I want to say that I'm currently open for mini readings, and if you are in need of one, and if you're new here, you don't know what's going on, I'm open for those once a month. One question, $21. Head to my website. I have 7 available. In total, I had 15. So if you are in need, all links are down below. Let's get to your reading. We have the Ace of Wands, as well as the Queen of Swords. Next week, we're gonna have you very good at communication. You want to get to the bottom of things. You want to dive deeper. You want to understand someone's mind. You want to maybe have conversations that you haven't had before. You want to talk about passions. Would it be passions in projects? Would it be sexual fantasies? Whatever that would be, it feels like you want to dive deeper. You don't care about any surface level communication. You want to, it's almost like I'm seeing a blueprint of someone's brain. You want to scan someone's brain. You want to understand how it works. And you're very good at communicating that. It feels like you are in this energy of a leader or someone who speaks very loudly. So that it's not, I don't mean it by volume. You can say a sentence or two, but it's going to be heard. You're big on communication. If you are working in a job which requires you to use your voice mostly, say have a meeting, be a leader, speak on any platform, your voice is heard, and it seems like you can attract quite a lot of attention that way. Let's continue. Let's see. I'm going to put that card right there. Let's continue with the Gold Leaf Tarot. Yeah, you definitely want to try new things when it comes to your passions. You're like, okay, I see it, I want it, I feel passionate about that, I will try it. You may surprise some people next week we're gonna have because of your decisions. You may want to do something that's out of the blue or something that's very new to you or new to your character. And I feel like you're going to surprise not only other people but yourself. You're going to discover something that you very much love doing or would love to spend your time and energy in, and you will not doubt yourself. You're like, listen, I'm going for it, whatever happens. Now let's see, for most of you, in which area of your life this is. Let me see if I have my steampunk deck with me. Steampunk Kipper, yes I do. Give me one sec. In which area of your life this is? You may even want to be like a performer when it comes to bedroom if you have a partner. You want to try new things, you want to make it very theatrical. If that's not it, then you may want to dress slightly differently, do your hair differently, take care of your external image much more. You're very seductive. You may notice that someone is quite cautious around you next week we're gonna have. May even feel threatened around you because of the energy you bring to the room. What is it that you want to jump into? What does this relate to? Oh, you're trying to overcome your fears. You're like, okay, I can feel the fear, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm not gonna allow my fears to hold me back. So you are progressing here. You're not allowing yourself to be stopped. What are you jumping into? What are you jumping into? Thoughts. What I told you, what I think of, what I want is what I have. And it's interesting because I'm not being shown exactly what this is about. Would it be a relationship? Hey, I see someone, I like them, I'm going for it. Or if this is connected to some sort of a work endeavor or project, and I think it's because it's 50-50. You are stepping out of this phase of where you felt like you want to be passive. Maybe you felt like you wanted to be passive for way too long, or you were afraid, and next week we're gonna have you like, no, I want to live my life right now. Whatever happens, I need to test it out. If I never take a chance, I'll never know. Let's clarify the Five of Swords on top of the High Priestess. We have the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups. Damn, it feels like you may have an argument with someone, but that argument is actually going to lead you towards success and emotional abundance. Now, I don't know why. Let's see, why is this? Okay, through that argument, you're going to figure out something important. You're going to find out a piece of information. Would it be get to know yourself better, the other person better, or what's the right or wrong way approach when it comes to arguments? And you're pretty happy about that. So the argument actually is not a minus here in pile number 2. Whoever needs to fall away, they fall away. Whoever understands deeper, they stay. And it's not to see that you're causing arguments just to win arguments, or it's not getting too much ego in this. I have to win. I'm getting that there is a bit of this conflict or maybe disagreement that leads to clarity and leads to better resolutions and better strategies that you can use for the future. So for example, if you had an argument with your partner or friend, through that argument, the more you speak, remember your throat chakra is your power next week we're gonna have. The more you talk about it, what you like, what you don't like, what you could do, what they could do, the quicker you find resolution and the better the relationship gets. Instead of avoiding something that you don't like, talking about it. All right, let's jump into your relationships in general. What can be expected next week and a half? What can be expected? Whatever you wished for relationship-wise. Say, for example, improve existing relationship, bring in a new relationship. Your manifestations are on fire next week and a half. So if you want to set intentions now, after you watch this reading, you can do so. Use this powerful energy at this time. Make sure to be very honest with yourself what you want, okay? What your desires are when it comes to relationship. And be very transparent. And also seek for transparent people. Also, I'm seeing some of you are moving away from drama. Moving away from drama or uncertain new connection. I don't feel like it's a long-term connection. I don't feel like it's an old connection. I feel like this is a new connection and you're like, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I feel like I want something more solid. Okay, group number 2. Now, work-wise, what is going on in your career, finances, and work next week and a half? This area is a little bit gray. The rest is very powerful, but this area is a bit gray. Why? Because it feels like you may lack focus, or you may be so much in your head over something else. Yeah, it's like your thoughts are tying you. You can't get rid of your thoughts. At work, you may be thinking about all other things and you can't focus. I'm coming back to work, then I'm distracted. I'm coming back to work, then I'm distracted. What is this about? Okay. Okay. Some of you, because of lack of sleep, your battery is low, so watch your sleep next week and a half. Your thoughts may be all over the place, and therefore grounding would be a good way to go. Start your morning with a cup of tea or coffee and avoid technology. That would be the best advice for you to start with. When you get up, don't scroll on your phone straight away, okay? Take at least 10 minutes until you get your phone. Or best would be after you eat, if you eat, or after you drink, get your phone then. That would be very helpful, because I'm seeing distractions, and those distractions could possibly lead to mistakes and blah, 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 okay? So I feel like that's all I have for pile number 2. If you need more content, find me on Patreon, and thanks for being here. Until the next one, bye. Hey, pile number 3, before we start, I want to announce that I'm currently open for mini readings. If you're new here, I do this once a month, and I'm open for 15 slots. I have 7 available still. If you are in need of a reading, of a quickie, head to my website, or links are down below. Let's go. We have Strength as well as the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Next week and a half, group 3. I'd say watch your throat. It's your strength as well as your weakness. So if you are sensitive to air cons, watch that. If it's cold where you're at, if it's windy, wear a scarf, do whatever you need to do, because I'm seeing possibilities of cold here. But what I'm picking up, it's very interesting. You may be very much into design or art next week and a half. Interior design, crafting things. You may be, even I'm seeing someone researching about the tribal art, something to do with that, very ancient stuff. You may be even looking at ancient notes of some sorts, or some of you may be drawn to having a tattoo that has something something to do with past tribes or native tribes, something like that. Symbols that were used in the past. Very artistic. Pile number 3. Next week we're gonna have, even if you are not an artist, overall you are in your creative energy. And I know we have Knight of Pentacles, not Wands, but I'm purely looking at the image right now, and it's like it's transmuting this creativity to me. You're very patient next week we're gonna have, that is for sure. You're patient, especially with those who tend to trigger you, and you know that you have to keep communicating with them. For example, maybe family members. You're very patient, you're very thoughtful, and it's not that you're doing it for them as much, you're doing it for yourself. You want your inner peace undisturbed. I'm also seeing that you're quite dedicated. Let's continue. Let's pull from the Gold Foil Tarot. Let's see what else. What is up? Stable relationships, that's for sure. Okay, if you have any dealings with law or any documents have to be filled, next week would be a good time to take care of those and tick the boxes. I'm seeing that some people may want to get engaged or married, or at least talk about that. And talk about the formalities of it, talk about maybe the logistics of it, or maybe some of you are involved in helping to organize someone's wedding or someone's engagement, surprise, or whatever the case. You have a very strong contract in your life, I'm seeing here. Now, I don't know if you've met this person or you will meet this person, because we have Nine of Pentacles here. Some of you have met them and you know that you're going to last a very long time together. It's a pre-signed contract, pre-incarnation, right? Others of you, you are on the way of meeting this person. And you tend to be quite independent, so that connection will surprise you if it didn't just yet. Because you'll find that it's much nicer to help one another equally than just to do everything on your own. It's much more fun to do things together. I'm also seeing that you're getting enough rest, not like pile number 2. And next week we're gonna have you watching your sleep, you care for your sleep. Maybe some of you have bought a watch that tracks your sleep, I'm picking up, or you're very much into the sleep regime. Maybe you want to change it, you want to improve it, you want to go to sleep earlier, because you're trying to strengthen your body, because you know that that body does a lot for you throughout the day, and the more rested you are, the more productive you are, the better the results. Okay, really good time next week we're gonna have for those who have their own businesses. I'm seeing stable income. Or those who are trying to build their own businesses. Next week we're gonna have, it's a good time to start taking the next steps necessary. Okay, take interest in maybe if you need insurance, or if you need to talk to an accountant, do all of those things. Let's see what else. Tea. Some of you need to do a bit of cleansing here, or cord cutting with the Hierophant and the Devil, because you're still very much attached to a past connection, and it doesn't seem to be serving you. This energy doesn't seem to be serving you. Yeah, it's distant now, but it's in your system. Yeah, let it crash. So do a bit of research on cord cutting. You can meditate, you can do self-hypno if you want. find the best tool that works for you. Because sometimes you don't get why you feel still attached to the past, or memories may pop up. It's like your attention keeps being drawn to the past for some reason. And that is why. Now, this is not for all of you. It's only if you've been witnessing this already, okay? Yeah, I said past, Six of Cups, nostalgia and the past, right? For some of you, if you are too attached to your home, to your old home, and it feels like that energy is like those thoughts of home has created the energy that keeps drawing you back, but you know that you're supposed to be somewhere else. Others of you, you may feel that you have some sort of unhealthy attachment still to one of your parents, where you don't feel you want to be independent. You are, but deep down you're like, oh, why am I feeling this way still? Why am I feeling like there is still something pulling me back? I'm seeing an umbilical cord, and it's not supposed to be there anymore because you're not a baby. Maybe you're dealing with someone like that. That could be the case too. Yeah, because sometimes it may sabotage your happiness in some way, or your results, because of the way you feel, because of your thoughts. Anything else that we need to know about this? Yeah, it's connected to family here, I'm seeing. Or someone that you imagined family with at one point. Home, yeah. Or home, family or home. There's a strong attachment there. And when I'm saying strong attachment, I mean that it's not healthy attachment. It's good, it's okay, right, to a certain extent. But in this case, I feel like, yeah, bottom of the deck, Six of Swords, someone has to move on. Or maybe you have a partner or parent who is very controlling, and it's time to take charge of your own life, okay? This is for a very particular group of people. Anything we need to know about your work, finances, career, next week, week and a half. Anything we need to know about work, finances, and career next week, week and a half. There may be a work gathering or work event of some sorts that you are attending. Make sure that everyone pulls their own weight in the workplace. That work is being distributed equally, because I'm seeing someone's kind of trying to get away with less work because they're lazy, okay? And it may make other people feel like, hey, you know what, you need to stop doing this. I do not enjoy that. You need to take this more seriously, because that load then falls on my shoulders. Do a bit of self-reflection. It's like you're talking to that person. Yeah, and then we can achieve more. Okay. I feel like that Wheel of Fortune wants to say something else here. Let's see what it is. For some of you, there is a chapter that's ending here. You see, for example, if you had a difficult chapter in your work or your finances, that's changing. If you had a very comfortable and easy chapter, you may expect challenges to wake you up. I'm hearing to wake you up. Next week, it's important to have a good structure and order and a good plan when it comes to work. You're going to achieve much more. Yeah, I split the deck, we have the Emperor. I mean, come on now. Okay? So I hope that this was beneficial. If you need more content, find me on Patreon, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.